especially Northerners and all of you, we saw how that actually shook the nation to its foundation. Then Buhari was on the sick leave, and Vice President Oshibanjo was the acting president. We saw the way from the Sultan to virtually everybody was running from pillar to pole to actually resolve that. Now, because of the act of this Igboho guy and the likes of Ugadiyo Adams and certain pronouncement, we have another group now that came and said, okay, we must also issue quick notice to the Yorubas in the north. What will be your group's reaction to that?
Well, the reality is we are not part of anything that is quick notice because, you know, by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, nobody has any right to ask anybody to leave any part of Nigeria for whatever reason it is. Nobody has that right. Since Constitution give every Nigerian the right to reside and do business anywhere he wants to, then nobody has any right to say you must live here or you must not live here. So we are actually not agreeing with that quick notice. In any case, that quick notice is not effective and cannot be effective, and it cannot it does not carry any water as far as we are concerned. So we are not with that quick notice. We are for peace. Since we are for peace and peaceful resolution, we cannot be part of anything that will hinder that peace and peaceful resolution.
But what will you say to the fact that we saw Igboho did all he did, made all sorts of pronouncement within Oyo State, moved to Ogun State, even though we saw the proactive way the governor of Ogun State acted, unlike his Oyo State counterpart, for instance. And we saw the silence of people who should be speaking that. But now, with a threat of quick notice from a faceless northern group, we saw people like the Alake of Egbaland, prominent Yoruba leaders, now telling Northerners that, look, call your youth to order. What do we make of that double stand of some of that?
Well, the reality is that there are those that are honest about it, there are those that are playing politics with the whole thing. And honest about it in the sense that if you talk of the Alake of Egbaland, that's someone that is coming to speak up from his innermost mind. He's feeling as a traditional leader, as a father. He has also refused to identify with those that are calling for Yoruba nation. You understand? Or the Yoruba Republic or Oduduwa Republic, if you like. He also came out to say that he's not part of it and he's disagreeing. So somebody like that you can take serious, you can take his statement serious. You know very well that he's not doing it out of politics. He's doing it as a leader, as a father, you know, who believes that the right thing must be done at the right time. So I can accept what he said. But the other ones that are politically, the statements are politically motivated or that are even silent about what is going on. In fact, there are those that are not even silent, but they are out supporting the call for the Oduduwa Republic, which I can guarantee you is impossible. Even they agree and they know that it's impossible. In fact, when we discuss with them, they will tell you it's just a bargaining chip. They are using it as a bargaining chip. When it is
risking people's lives.
It doesn't matter to them. What matters to them is, that is why I say that is the political angle of it. Because if you look at that critically, it's politics that has been played. Because if you discuss, I had privilege of discussing with some very serious senior Yoruba ones, because out of these meetings I've been able to reach out and discuss with some senior ones. It's just that it's FFK that people are seeing us with publicly, and because he's posting the pictures. Otherwise, we had meetings with some very elder Yoruba people, even from the north here, Yorubas that are elderly and that have resided in the north and lived for a very long time, like you said, 3 generations of Yorubas that are in the north. We had discussion with these people, and they will tell you that as far as they are concerned, there's nothing like a Oduduwa Republic, and that they know it will never come to be, and also that it is just they're using that as a bargaining chip. When it is time to come, they will use that for a negotiation. You know, naturally, if you check the history of Nigeria from 1979, political history, if you check till date, once it is on the second year of an administration going to the third year, that the political drum will start to beat, you discover that they always have these tactics of coming up with something that they will hit the government, and so that the government will be looking at them and asking them, what do you want? That is a bargaining power. Then they will use that to bargain for whatever they wanted. If you check historically, politically,
and human lives are placed.
Of course, it's for them.
Lives have been lost.
I don't think they are looking at that angle.
Sometimes you kill the same people that you want to come and see
their vote
tomorrow.
That is the point. So if you check, that has been the history historically, political history of Yoruba, that has always been. They will always want to come up with something when it is close to political drums being beaten, so that they can use that as a negotiating bite. So I don't take that people calling for Oduduwa Republic as serious, because as a military man who has served and left the military, I know you don't just get a country on a platter of gold. You don't just divide the country as if you are sharing akara or maimai. For you to say you want to disintegrate from a nation, you must be ready for what
shouldn't we be worried? Because when we hear things like this, I mean, I was speaking with a retired general, and he said, when you sit down somewhere and say, okay, we give pit notice, shouldn't we be afraid that some, I mean, unrestraining you can sit somewhere and
take advantage of that. That is very true. I can agree with that vehemently, because you can make a careless statement here today. You just make it a careless statement, and somebody somewhere will take that your statement serious and act on it. And that person that will be acting on one, even if he's elected, he will say he's acting based on your statement. And then you did it carelessly, believing to send a signal or put fear into the mind of some people, because you didn't do it because you really mean it. Take it, for example, those you that says the faceless northern group that you said that you faceless northern group that says that you didn't have the capacity to really send any Yoruba man out of. They don't have the capacity. They don't even know how to do that. Yeah. But they made that statement. But somebody can capitalize on that statement and perpetrate mayhem, and it will get back to them. That was why sometimes before making a statement, you need to look at the nitty-gritty of what you are saying. You look at the security implication, you look at the life implication, you could look at the economic implication of what you are going to do or say before you say it or before you do it. That was why I said we are not part of that thing, because we know it will not see the light of the day. In fact, it was dead on arrival. It never had a...
But by way of arrival, what you said, Femi Fani-Kayode, as it is doing so much. And because going by its antecedents, there are people that are worried. I mean, the same Femi Fani-Kayode has called Northerners all sorts of names before now. The same Femi Fani-Kayode is known for turning, I mean, I don't want to use certain adjectives here. Or is your group not worried that tomorrow he might actually turn around to be something else?
Well, the truth is we have been warned. Like I said, when you asked me, we've been called severally by very senior Northern elders. I will not want to mention names, but we have been called and addressed by very senior Northern elders individually and collectively, and then warned us on what you are saying, the possibility of turning back again after discussing this and trying to make peace and working towards peace and peaceful coexistence, and then turn back for him to say something at the slightest move or provocation. Well, as far as the advice is concerned, we've taken that advice. But we also want to believe that life is dynamic. Human being is subject to change. Change is also dynamic. So one thing that you can always be assured is change by human beings. So we want to assume, we are assuming right now and believing that based on the discussion so far we had with him, and we hope to continue to discuss and strategize on these things, we are believing that he will not change. In any case, like I said, I'm going to mention again, if you follow through his trend, most recently from the moment of that meeting with Governor Bello to this very moment as I speak to you, if you follow his postings and his statement, you will see that there's a very drastic change from attack to negotiation, from disagreement to peaceful coexistence, from identifying a particular group or tribe or region or religion as being violent or parasite or whatever, to recognizing the fact that we are Nigerians and we can coexist as Nigerians once there is peace, and also saying that there must be peace and that we should come to the round table and discuss peace. If somebody like him will begin to say so, it means it is possible that you might not change.
Let's hope your assumption you will be right at the end of the day. Because of course with politicians, you never can say. Well, that's the end of our program today. Thanking our guest, Dr. Awwal Abdullahi Aliyu, is the National President, Northern Consensus Forum. Doctor, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Alright, that's the end of our program for today. Until we come your way again with another topic, with another guest, the name remains Abdul Aziz Ahmed Kader, saying, put Nigeria first before any other thing. Have a wonderful day ahead.